Since April, Fortnite players from around the world have been competing for a seat on the World Cup final stage. And now, after 10 weeks of qualifiers, $12 million already won, and the most participated in tournament ever, it's finally time to crown our duo and solo champions. Welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. On July 27th and 28th, qualifying competitors will head to the legendary Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City to fight for their share of a $30 million prize pool. On Saturday, 50 duos will compete in 6 games, earn points based on their placement and eliminations in each. And when it's all said and done, one pair will be crowned the first ever Duos Champions. They'll take home 2 coveted World Cup trophies and $3 million to split between them. Just think of how many Durburgers they could buy. And then, on Sunday, the 100 best solo Fortnite players in the world will compete in the Solos Finals. Just like duos, the solo competitors will play 6 games, earning points each match in the hopes of taking the top spot on the final leaderboard. When the games come to an end, we'll tally the points from all 6 matches and crown the first ever Fortnite World Cup solo champion. They'll take home the title, the trophy, and their own $3 million prize. Making it to the finals is a huge achievement, and everyone that's made it this far will win life-changing money. These are the best players in the world, fighting for the honor of being crowned the first ever Fortnite World Cup champion. You don't want to miss it.
Ducky is a content creator with Complexity Gaming, and he is one of the top Fortnite mobile players in the world, which is, he's ranked 6th. He's up there.
Oh.
He likes being a voice for the mobile gaming community and showing that mobile players aren't all a bunch of bots, right? It's like, it's an interesting way. We always think that.
Yeah.
We're going to see how his skills translate to PC from the mobile platform.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Right? Going from mobile to PC, hopefully it translates well. But let's go ahead and talk about our next person, right? I mean, I got to say, we have next up Breathe Aloud. He is the youngest gamer on stage, just 12 years old.
Oh my
just
God.
12 years old. Are you kidding me? He's
Fortnite dreams. Let's
seriously,
go
right?
here.
Teaming up with Twitch streamer Electra. Electra has been a
crowd.
competitor her entire life. She started playing soccer when she was just 3 years old, and she was recruited to play in college, so she'll definitely be bringing that competitive fire tonight. She's been playing Fortnite since Season 1. We'll have to see if all that experience can help this duo get a victory royale.
It's great having veterans come into the studio competing in this game. You already know it's been out for 2 years, so she's going to have some expert knowledge, great mechanics coming into the game, and then, you know, the mind games, the psychology, what's going to happen. But next we have TDS Wrath. He's paired up with Twitch streamer Brookeab. Brooke recently graduated college with a degree in psychology, and she skipped grades and graduated at 20. She's ahead of the game, far and wide. Let's see if she can use her degree to play the psychological game and get inside her opponent's head. We all know that's a very important aspect of it.
I definitely think she's going to be able to, and she'll be able to see them right on stage. And last but not least, we have, of course, Satsu. He's joined by Twitch streamer Melipastel. She's been streaming for almost 5 years and has been playing Fortnite since its release. So she got Fortnite experience to spare and is ready to bring her A game. But guys, as we get ready to drop into Game 1, let's talk to Ducky, the gamer, up on
rank
stage.
6, baby.
I want to know what this guy's thinking, right? Ducky, you recently did an event in collaboration with the Army, is that right?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about it, because I'm in the Army myself, Army Reserve, so I appreciate it, by the way. All the support we can get is definitely well given. Please, what did you guys do?
So we are actually recently, like I said, partnered with the Army, and with that we partnered with a specific division, Boss Better Opportunity for Single Soldiers. So we had a group of single soldiers come out to the Complexity HQ and do some practice with some of the Fortnite pros who are actually here at the World Cup with Complexity, and then actually have them play in a tournament that I was able to cast and had a blast doing.
Wait, you're telling me you were casting? So not only are you a professional player, but you were also casting?
I mean, I tried.
Are you coming for my job? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, if he's better than you, he can, right?
Now listen, stop now, all right? I don't like you already, but yeah, absolutely. If you're better, hey, I would love to, honestly, to hear your expertise on the casting desk. Maybe, you know, kind of bringing a fresh take into the strategy. But going from mobile and now heading over towards PC, do you think it's going to be, you know, like a bit harder for you?
It'll be a bit interesting. I started Fortnite on PC back in season 1 to 3, and so
Okay.
I have a little bit of background in PC. Definitely pretty rusty on the keyboard and mouse, so it'll be interesting to see how I perform against all these sweaty pros today.
Do you have anything that you brought in from mobile that's going to carry over to PC? Like any skills that you've developed?
Probably not for mobile. I mean, I play Fortnite like 5-6 hours a day, so just my knowledge
God.
of
He's
Yeah, he's a
my,
beast.
my knowledge of Fortnite is probably gonna really help me, but probably nothing from mobile specifically transfers to PC, at least that I know of.
He's ranked 6 for a reason. But now let's talk to Electra. Electra, can you hear us?
Electra?
No,
Yo, what's
What's
up,
going
Electra?
on?
How's everything
Hi,
going?
guys. Wonderful, wonderful. This is a super, super cool setup. I'm really happy to be here.
You were here yesterday, correct?
Yes, yeah.
How did it go yesterday for you? How'd you feel?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I felt pretty good. I'm warmed up for today, but I mean, everyone was a joy to be around yesterday. Everyone here is super cool too.
You're saying everyone was a joy to be around
Everybody
yesterday? You
enjoyed
mean you tell me you didn't get any competitive banter going back and forth by anybody that was on
trash
stage?
talk, yeah.
No trash talk?
No salt?
There is someone who looks kind of like me. You may interview her next. She goes by the name of Brookeab. I don't know if you know who she is, but she was talking some smack yesterday. So.
Electra, do you know that right now you have a fan in the audience here for you right now? Look at the shirt.
Oh
Pull
my
the shirt.
gosh.
Stand up.
He's wearing
Show
my
him the shirt.
merch.
Look at that. Bam. The Electra army right there.
I love it. So Electra, actually, so not only is he a fan, what does he do? How does he help you out?
He's actually my moderator. Yeah. So
Whoa, shots to the mods, yo. Most important role.
No, it's awesome. I love the shirt, actually. Where can we pick up this shirt, by the way, if they were kind of interested?
You know what? Sadly, it was only for pre-order.
Wow, limited
Come on, what are
edition?
you doing? So he wears it, he
right.
shows it off, and we
It's
can't
a
even get
limited
it?
edition. You can't get it.
Somebody
but
jack
there
this
will
shirt
be
off him
some.
right now.
Oh, no, hey, stop, calm down.
Run.
Hey, everybody, leave him alone, leave him alone. Well, it's going to be interesting to see you compete, of course, but let's
Yes.
get right to it. Brookeab is here as well, and you just got called out by Electra, so watch out a little bit. Are you
Oh.
going to be going after each other tonight, maybe? Huh?
Oh, are you going to be going after Brooke tonight?
Are
Is
you
she
going to be
your
going after
rival?
Brooke tonight?
There we go. Am I going after Electra tonight?
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Okay.
She's as good as dead. We actually have a bet going.
A bet? What's the bet?
Hold up.
Whoever
All right.
gets the most kills
Most
has
kills.
to buy the other one dinner.
Oh.
No, is there any cap on this price for the dinner? Because, I mean, we could be talking about a New York steak.
I know, 20, 30, 40, 50. It
We
gets
could be
revs up.
talking maybe, $500 if you really want to push it.
anything.
I don't know.
Yeah. She can.
Yeah.
when I win,
When she
When
wins.
you win, okay, fair enough.
That's so funny. That's really funny.
she'll spend whatever amount I want.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Electra, you better not lose to Brooke. I mean, it looks like she's going to have some expensive taste tonight. Probably
that's
spent like
right.
$200 on pizza alone. I mean,
Yep.
we're in the city for it.
Yep, that's
Well,
right.
See, Electra started this off like all nice.
Did he?
Everybody's so cool
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
it's
it's
all
good
great.
vibes,
And
we
then all of
loving
a
it.
sudden, it took like
Nah.
boom on a dime. Right, it switches up, and Brookeab is now the enemy.
Like, I wasn't even here for when that switch happened.
Let me point something out. Actually, yesterday, Electra did take Brookeab out. At
Oh,
least the
come
team.
on. Okay.
So
All
maybe
right.
that's going to be some, storylines, some
Yeah.
talking points for tonight. I don't know.
I mean, but we also got Melipastel here on stage. What's going on, Melly? How does it feel seeing all this hostility on the stage? Are you going to get involved in this rivalry?
I don't know yet. I'm just meeting them. We're becoming friends. I'm
Ah.
letting them think, we're just great friends,
Just
I don't want them to
frenemies?
see it.
No, just friends, period? No rivalry at all?
They won't see it coming.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
That's deadly, right? Okay, coming in for this sneak attack. I like that. I like that.
Keeping all the information quiet. She's just hiding
Absolutely.
it all out. Melly, where are you from, by the way?
Boston.
Boston! Boston and New York.
Uh-huh. I like it. And you've been playing Fortnite for a little bit now. Do you
Yes.
think that Fortnite experience is going to come through tonight?
I hope so.
Oh, right now we're in the game already. They started up.
Okay, I
No one
like
even
it.
told us.
No, okay, so obviously this is a pregame lobby.
Okay.
I was kind of looking
Oh,
at the
pregame.
structure. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, wait a second. We already in Neo tilted. Are you kidding me, right? We're going to see Satsu as well as Melee go there? Well, maybe not. Now, let's talk a little bit about the game action. I know yesterday, like I said, the coastal drops was very popular.
Why were these very popular?
Very popular for good reason, right? Because typically you're not going to run into a lot of players out there. You kind of get to preserve your life. And the reason for that and why that's important is you get 120 points, right? You get 100 points for a victory route plus a 20 additional points. That's 2 eliminations that you basically get for getting first. And, preserving your life early on, not going down early, allows you to get more points.
The late game, I mean, I'm more of a fan of the just go crazy in the beginning, try to rack up as many kills as possible.
Okay.
I mean, that's probably why I don't win any games. I probably have like only 10 wins in Fortnite solos. That's my fault. I mean, people always carry me all the time. But what do you think has changed in the drops overall since the new season has come out?
I mean, yeah, Season 9, been around for a little bit. The drop ships have definitely made a huge impact, and they've been very popular in various tournaments, right? Especially elimination-based tournaments. We see a lot of players who love to land on top of that drop ship, specifically the one on the outside of Salty, and then they also hop over to Weird Mountain and push into Salty, and it allows you to get kitted up and also have a more controlled push into Salty, which is a great way to do it. Some people that are really good known for that strategy is like Nick Merckx, Neo, and a couple of others who kind of adopted that. High Distortion as well loves to go to the Fatal dropship and they kind of go over into Salty himself whenever he's playing with whoever he's playing with. So, but this is a little bit different, right? It's not all about eliminations. You also have to preserve your life. So maybe some different strategies, but already Satsu.
Oh, here we go. Someone going down.
Taken out, and Melee has
oh
to
my
go
God!
big.
Double. Wait. Here we go. Jump tap, jump shots on top. All right, one down. Wow, quick.
Okay,
look at that, Melipastel.
So, Melipastel came out very soft-spoken, but clearly she's letting the gameplay speak for herself, and this could be first blood. She's at 1 elim plus saving the life, and all she had was a drum gun.
We're at what, 58 right now? We started with what, 64? Okay, maybe she wasn't first blood. Maybe she was first, but she was the first blood in our eyes and in our heart.
Absolutely. I think she killed it, right? And one of the most important things, too, especially when we start getting towards those final circles, you're going to notice a lot of players still around. We're going to be seeing around 30, 40 players, especially getting down to the half circle. And it's going to be chaotic, and that's where you're going to really have to thrive, especially, and to play your life.
How do you feel about like early game as you're getting your materials? What do you think is the point which one you should stop? Like, do you think there's a certain amount that you should start moving on, going in closer to the circle? Or?
It's really highly dependent as to where the location of the safe zone is going to be. So we're looking at Polar Peak, right? You see that line on the mini-map. Right, so this used to be a really cool area to go to. They used to have a castle, and unfortunately that castle ended up like in the lake for some reason, or out there on the outskirts of the map. The monster kind of came through, and that's where his like little cave was at. But with that being said, it's kind of barren up here, but still a good place to drop. As you can see, you can get plenty of brick. But as far as materials goes, there's really no cap that you want to stop at. I think it's more so how far do you have to run in order to get a good position on the next safe zone.
What do you, so when we have these 3 different types of materials, we have wood, brick, and steel. What do you think is the best one to go with overall beside, like, because we have these, all 3 of them do different things and have different properties.
Well, when it comes to wood, brick, or metal, I gotta say, I think metal obviously is very strong, right? But it's interesting because it takes a while for it to get a lot of strength. It has to sit there for quite some time. But when you're constantly editing, especially when you're in these Turtle Wars trying to gain a line of sight onto the players, it may not be the best material per se. I think all materials, honestly, are pretty much equal whenever it comes to the final circle. Brick is stronger, metal's the strongest, wood is quick, it's easy to get, there's a lot of trees on the map. But overall, you need to try and get as many of each one as you possibly can, because when those Turtle Wars start happening and you're trying to overtake that high ground, you're going to want every single one, and you're not going to be biased towards either one.
Okay, now we can see the bush right here. Do you think the bush is even still valuable to take anymore?
Oh, come on.
The bush is such a funny item to have. It's like not even like serious, but like some people can pull it off. Do you see any high-level plays anymore?
So in the beginning, it was fun, kind of seeing the bush Wookiee, the bush life come out to play. Melipastel was one of those players who loved to rock the bush for strategic reasons. She loved to hide. She was trying to hide and get some elims. But yeah, no, the bush takes 100 damage. So if you're wearing the bush yourself, and this was a new addition that kind of came about, a couple months ago, but now if you wear the bush and you get shot with that, it's going to absorb the damage.
So it's like having an extra shield right there.
It's like having an extra shield, so it's very smart to rock it. It does slow you down. It limits your line of sights, but I think the damage output, right, absorbing that damage is worth it.
Like right now, we're seeing Melipastel's build out. It's not loadout. It's mainly just what? Is that an SMG and a shield pod?
Got a drum gun, and then we got a one
drum gun.
Yes, the drum gun coming back. A lot of players were like, "Oh man, do we really want the drum gun back?" Well, they've kind of nerfed it a little bit.
What were the issues with it?
Overall, it was like the all-in-one weapon. People would use it as your SMG. They would use it to burn through builds, and they would try to go big with it. And the drum gun needed to be reworked, and I think the nerf was absolutely necessary. And now, honestly, with it, the spread pattern's a little bit larger. They also decreased the clip size, and I believe the damage per bullet. So with that being said, it's now more in line with the SMGs that are out there. So now all SMGs are kind of equal. I still think the silenced SMG, though, is the best one to use.
So if you see a gun just come up right now on the map, boom, what's that gun you want to have out of any
Oh, any gun?
Any gun.
I'm going for
right now, one gun.
Combat shotgun for sure.
Combat shotgun for
Combat
sure?
shotgun because it has the most versatility, right? You can spam shots. It kind of acts like... Forgive me for saying this, chat, but kind of like, like an SMG, if you will, but shotgun related.
But it's a shotgun.
But it's a great shotgun. They've been reworking it. When it first came out, the range on it was insane. It's recently been nerfed, so the range isn't as powerful, but it's still a very great tool to use. But the pump is still here.
I heard the pump is making a little bit of resurgence now.
It is, right? And I was sad when the pump was removed. When the combat came through, I was like, what are we doing, Epic? But I gotta say, honestly, like the pump coming back with the TAC as well as the drum shotgun, and now we have also the tactical shotgun. There's 4 different shotguns. Four shotguns in game, but in all seriousness, I think all of them are relatively balanced. I think there's one that's not really stronger than the. I mean, clearly, like the pump is, the one-hit value is awesome.
Okay, right now we got somebody moving up on Electra right now. Is this the same team?
This is the same team. Yep.
Okay, all right, for a second,
hey, don't get worried yet.
All right, I thought Brooke was coming up to Electra real quick to have that early face-off.
I think that would have been awesome.
Oh, there we go, back of the car, and this is such a great addition to the game, having these vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I used to play all the time, we had no vehicles, so we had to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Look, she's doing a little dance right now, showing up her stunt. Okay, Electra, we see you. You see your little taunts.
Okay,
look at this. Look at these tricks. What is it, Tony Hawk Pro Skater? What's going on?
You would think so, right? Honestly, especially with dancing in the back, staying on board, you must think she's got maybe glue or tape down to the back of the quad crasher there. But I gotta say, breathe loud, flying through the air. It's a difficult thing to do, but you're gonna notice a lot of pros,
oh my God,
top players
wait.
wiping out, not gonna get those points.
Cool.
It is what it is, but quad crashers, honestly, they're more better used as a plane now than they are as like a ground weapon or a ground vehicle.
How did that even happen?
I don't know, man. Whenever it comes to the exploiting kind of things, whenever it comes to the game, these players are always going to find something unique about each object whenever it comes to Fortnite.
So right now we just saw a blue mushroom, and now Fortnite is pretty much littered with consumable items across the map. When you what does each one do?
So you have the mushroom, right? That's going to give you 5 shield. You have an apple, which is 5 health. You have the peppers, which is not anything in terms of health or shield, but it will in fact make you.
It's flavor.
It's
spicy.
It's spicy, right?
It's aesthetics.
It's kind of funny, right? Because you'll hear like an audible like screeching sound going on, or like bells dinging, right? Like kind of like in the old Acme cartoons when they eat something hot. But it speeds you up, but we really don't see it too much. But
it has no real competitive advantage at all.
I mean, it can. It is what it is. I've never seen it really used competitively, but I mean, if it's there, might as well take it.
The circle's now seeming to get smaller now, and right now we're at 48 people live. We haven't seen a couple people die so far.
Yeah.
I think all our competitors are still in right now as we speak on our stage.
And that's what I was talking about. It's going to take quite some time for a lot of the players to drop off, and you'll notice at the end when you're down to like 10, 15 players drop so quickly because that storm is moving in. Players are trying to get through builds and take over high ground, and it opens yourself up for a lot of easy elims.
Yeah, forced confrontations are like the name of the game at the end of the time. Like, you can't just camp and hide out the whole time. Absolutely. Even though we would love to do that and get those secured that early.
That's what I do.
That's what you do? How many wins you got, Taylor?
Oh, come on. Let's not talk about
that.
Come on,
tell the chat. How many wins you got?
I've got like 45 days played. Been playing
45 days played.
I probably have like 500 wins. But
500.
Across the span of how many games I played with 500 wins, it's not
That's
a lie.
490 games more than me. You've touched the podium and the winner's circle 490 times more than me.
Well, you say you always hot drop, man. You got to mix it up a little bit.
It's about hot drops.
Where is your drop, by the way? What do you like?
So originally it was, and you're gonna like, okay, great. I'm forgetting the name right now because they changed.
Salty.
Salty was where I used to go all the time with my friends. We used to drop right there. I liked it because it was very familiar.
But you also like Mega Mall too.
I like Mega Mall. What was the OG name?
Old Retail.
Old Retail. Retail Row was the spot I used to love all the time as my secondary spot. If it wasn't salty, it was there. I never drop tilted. My friends would tell me, hey, and we're gonna speak about this. drop tilted if you want to get good. I felt that that was the worst advice I was ever given to get good at the game because you don't really have enough time, like, especially now in today's landscape where everybody's like insanely good.
Insanely good, yeah.
Everybody's sweaty as hell. They all want it, all going for that W.
Sure.
You die like in the first 10, 20 seconds on tilted. You can't learn what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, Neo tilted is, I think Neo tilted needs to, his engagement does go down.
Oh, here we go, we're in engagement right now.
I think they're going to be rotating out smart plays, get a reset, force the opponents to go to them, going over towards now that gas station side.
Where are the opponents at right now? Do you have any idea?
Up on top of the dropship. That's where they were shooting at them at. And it's going to be interesting. At Ice Cream Shop, players might come down. It's going to be a bold push. I will say, it seems as if a lot more engagements are happening tonight than was yesterday.
You're trying to rack up those points to get those prizes, man. You need them as well. It's not just as simple as just waiting it out.
Oh, I
think someone building to the right of them right now.
There was some
Oh, come on. Don't avoid the conference. Oh, there it is. Come on.
So,
bring it.
Crasher flying. We got to get on the attack. Brookeab, show us what you got. Get in there.
You need to take these kills, man. All right? Please tell me if you're going to find Electra. I want... Oh, wait. I'm shooting at them. What is this weapon right here that she has right now, these dual swords?
So these are just going to be like another style of your pickaxe, right, that you can get, right? There's like so many different variations.
For 2 seconds, I was like, wait, is that a new... That's no way that's a weapon.
Look,
I'm sitting there like I'm bugging out. I'm such a noob right now.
My friends always roast me.
Really?
I have over 300 skins.
Okay, wait, here we go right now. We can talk about your privilege with the 300 skins later. Right now, we're in some serious action. We're having some build wars right now.
Yeah, we definitely have some boxing up, taking their time, right? We got Breed Loud just
and we got Electra.
Resting up. I like the inventory. We have, Gray AR is not the best inventory to say the least, but the pump is going to be great, especially for those up-close and personal battles. Little team fire, that's going to be okay. Electra, comment down. That's your teammate. Don't worry about it. But the heavy snipe, the legendary heavy snipe is going to be great for breaking walls so you can overtake the builds as well as just getting that one punch hit that packs so much power. 157 damage for the body shot and an instant elim or an instant knock for a headshot.
I mean, listen, I've never sniped before in my life. Well, I have sniped before in my life, but I've never been good at sniping in my life. I know what my best moment, and it's going to be Ducky's moment, is just me sniping on mobile. Because everybody's staying still. So it's just like,
They're getting better.
They're getting better with the movement. I mean, it's hard to move on that thing.
I will say, mobile gamers, like, I'm really hoping there's going to be a huge, breakaway for the mobile scene because everybody has a phone, right? Everybody plays on mobile, so...
It's the market, man. It's just what everybody has it.
It is, and the beautiful thing about it is, like, since everyone has one, it allows you...
All right, we're back in action right now. We're going for a snipe on top.
Ooh,
this is what we got, Electra.
Clip.
Okay. Who was flying above it? Was that Melipastel? I think so. Those wings looked very familiar.
Oh, okay. Maybe it could be.
Are we going to have an early stage limit from our people on the stage? Okay, here we go.
Taking the time, viewing to see what's out there for Breed Loud. Nobody home as of yet. You're going to notice he's within that safe zone. He's not worried about engaging. He knows his opponents have to come to him as they might just be on that very edge where the storm is going to be able to touch
And then he has to worry about the dropship as well because we had some people up there earlier. And, even if they left, some people want to be up there just to have that height advantage, which is crucial in any shooting game, period. Well, the height.
We always talk about it. The natural height advantage is something that's beautiful because you don't have to, you don't have to build to get up. Well, maybe you have to build to get up there, but everybody has to build to get to you, right? And you instantly have that at height advantage. Plus, you build up there, it's like a skyscraper. Nobody can get you, but
we have airstrike coming down right now. So we're talking about someone get out of your little cave. Let's get some fighting going. Stop looking at people fight. Fight.
All right, you want the engagement.
I want some engagements right now. Like all I'm seeing is them putting their head out. Okay.
But this is Fortnite, right? This is competitive. Fortnite taking their time.
There's things on the line.
There's things on the line.
Another airstrike coming down, right? Yeah.
It's a smart strategy, actually. What you're noticing Breed Loud do is he's building a ramp up, he's coming through, and he's editing his cone so he's able to see through it, right? And that's a very smart strategy to do. Tries to go for the shot to break the build. Couple shots to follow up, but doesn't connect.
Now, when you're in these situations where you're building, this isn't an intense situation, for example, but when you have to do sporadic building, what would you like? How do people manage those nerves?
I mean, honestly, a lot of it comes down to muscle memory. So many players are so in tune with this game. They've been practicing nonstop. They work on building their 1x1s. They also go into zone wars, practice turtle wars, and there's a couple of different things that they can do to prepare for this. But really, it's in a way, you have to stop thinking about what you're doing and just do it because your body knows what it needs to do.
Now, these, it's funny that you say you have to stop thinking about it and let your body do it. Like, I try that. My hands don't do that. Okay.
Well, you got to practice. Come on.
I mean, practicing is just like, dude.
If you don't play or practice, how are you going to get better.
Okay, you're right. All right, I guess me and Taylor are gonna get on tonight, and we'll play some Fortnite after that. We'll play some 40.
Hey, I'm down.
What's going on the side right? Okay, we can't see him.
All right, so we got a lot of builds in this location. Why is
There's
that?
a lot of action right now in this one particular spot. A lot of people are in this one area, this little triangle that we're seeing right now.
And the reason why, because the circle is collapsing down. It's getting smaller and smaller, and you're going to start to see all, because there's 40 players. That's a ton of players in such a small circle. This next rotation, 30 seconds before the storm collapses, and then we're going to see the next zone. It's going to be deadly to rotate through because you're going to have everyone trying to laser you from every single angle.
Yeah, and especially I feel like Electra and her partner Breathe Loud. I feel like they're in the worst. Oh, here we go. Got a fight going on. Come on, come on. Oh, okay, that's it. Just shoot on the wall, and that's it. We're done. Oh, there's someone on top of them right now. Who's that?
So what they're doing, they're trying to break those builds of their opponent, let them waste them, but it's a risky thing. But it's a risky thing to do because right now, Breathe Loud, he only has 58 AR shots to his name, and if he doesn't get an Elam, he could run out, and then what are you going to fire after that?
He's going to fire his 2 fists because his hands can reach, all right? He's going to get up in there and make me proud.
I like it, right? Sometimes all you need is a trusty pickaxe to go big, am I right?
I mean, those plays, that's what matters, man. You want to be the person that gets the kill that says, yo, I beat you with my pickaxe. How does that feel right now?
Honestly, it hurts.
The grease,
it's
the dirt, the disrespect.
I think I saw the other day, it was 2 pros who were playing in the World Cup, and they were doing a pickaxe.
Another airstrike coming down. Right now. Okay, I guess I have to get out. Is it directly? Yep, it's directly on them. Look, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Forcing them out of their spot, making them waste supplies. Now they have to build more walls, rebuild everything they just did.
Absolutely.
I feel like no one is particularly in a great position. And look, this circle is getting tiny.
Yeah.
We're at 35 people. It's like, what is this, like last 2 or 3 circles? That's it.
Yeah, well, you have quite a few circles after this, but the thing is, the circle starts moving into the storm. This is going to be the last one before it's half. We call it half circle, right? Half of it's going to be in the safe zone, half of it's going to be in the storm, and you're going to have to force yourself to rotate into storm at one point in order to secure a centralized location.
I feel like the situation now we're caught in, right? Everybody's kind of in the same boat with this build and all that, where they're at. Everybody's kind of in the middle of everybody's shots, but everybody's wasting ammo. No one's looting. Everybody's shooting at each other. Like, I wonder what's going to happen in the end when people have like only 2 or 3 bullets, or when they kill somebody and nobody even has bullets.
Exactly. It's going to be tough. I think the biggest thing that runs down
is what's going on with this character right now? Oh, never mind.
That was a shadow bomb that he's able to use. It's great for rotating through. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to continue jumping to maintain that shadow bomb, and he's getting lasered. RPG's in.
Come on, DuckyTheGamer.
Shots. He's got to get out of this situation. Ducky, it's going to look rough.
Mobile, please show us do it.
Show us do it.
Right now, so he has to rebuild up right now. I know it's tough for Ducky because if he's not playing on PC, like, you know, the moves are not intuitive, as you were saying earlier, like the building, the mobility. Okay, here we go. Okay, for a second I thought someone just hopped up in his build. I was just like, what's going on? All right, right now we're on Breathe Loud, being the most active out of all the people we've seen so far, shooting down people's buildings, their walls, being really proactive in the game.
Absolutely, taking his time. Breathe Loud hasn't got an Elam as of yet. The concern is going to be player up on dropship, and that circle is going to be finally collapsed in about 18 seconds, which means he's going to have to start prioritizing his rotation, but he's got 30 other players to work through.
30 other players, that's going to be a tough route to do, but he can definitely do it. I mean, anything can happen, especially in this last circle where people set themselves up to lose sometimes, or to win, depending on what it is. Oh my God! Beautiful headshot. He took out the bloody beast.
Loud!
Look at that. That's one elimination for him right now, and he's got great placement.
Saying, take notes, ladies and gentlemen. Breathe Loud coming through, winning the competition to compete tonight.
Earned his spot.
Earned his spot, and for good reason. What a snipe.
And here we go. Right now, we're on Ducky. Sitting right here. Oh, he's got someone in line of sight. What's he going to do? Come on, Ducky. You can take him down. Breaking down those walls. All walls coming. Okay, this guy's rapid building on the inside. Who is he even shooting at?
You never know, right? That's the thing. Whoever's over there, it doesn't matter. He wants to take him out all the same.
71 shots, though, and then 17 shots in his shotgun, and then 82 shots in submachine gun. He has to be particular with these shots. He can't waste it. Cannot waste it.
The thing that I'm worried about is he has, first off, no mobility items. I don't think he has a launch pad. He doesn't have any stinks to force players out. He doesn't have a launch pad or shockwave grenades. And on top of that, like you said, his bullets are getting quite low, and he only has 2 minis, but he doesn't have any health. So if it comes down to a hill off in the final circle, it could get rough.
Right now we're on Asterisk, and he's also in a very similar situation. Only 17 shots in the shotgun, 17 in the assault rifle, and they're being assaulted right now, but it seems like multiple parties, not just one team. And we're back on the man of the hour, Breathe Loud with that beautiful headshot. Is he in the middle of, I think he's in the middle of combat right now.
Yeah.
You know, the proximity sensor
Yep.
is blowing. It's like completely throwing me off.
Yeah, I mean, so that's actually smart to use. You basically, so there's a lot. Right now, there's a lot of like sound issues, if you will. So that gives you the ability
much
to know if
information happening at once.
There's a lot of information, right? So that gives you the ability to know if someone's above you. Maybe there's someone below you. It kind of gives you a little bit of an edge, if you will.
Okay, Breathe Out looking for another headshot. Electra was looking out the back window. It looked like there was a team right under them building, and their buildings are coming down. They're running pretty low on materials too. 34 wood, 93 brick, 121 iron. Like, this is not sustainable.
No, it's not. But luckily, they are in the safe zone as of now. But this is where the circle is going to start rotating out, and you're really going to have to be blessed. If you're not... Oh my gosh, their back is to the safe zone, and they are already right here, which means
out.
But they're going to get pushed out, but they're already ready to rotate through. Everybody else who's on the far side of that safe zone is now going to have to rotate into them. This is going to be an easy point to maybe pick off a couple of stragglers.
Okay, now right now, maybe I'm looking at this weird, but why are the circles looking like that? Why is it the one all the way to the left?
That's what I was talking about.
That's
so,
the next one?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So now players are going to have to worry about the storm of rotating.
Here we go. We're in the middle of some big
Melly
action. Melipastel. Oh, she got taken down. Tough luck, Melly. We'll be back, though, for sure. Her partner should still be alive, right?
No, partner went down, too.
All right, so right now we have Electra and Breathe Loud still in the game. And they got more supplies. They're going into fights right now. Looks like they must have killed somebody.
Definitely so. One elim in the hands of Breathe Loud. That is definitely going to help for the score. It's going to be an additional 10 points going his way, but keeping his head on a swivel.
I like how they're being very conservative with their movement, not to throw off the proximity, not to let anybody know where they're specifically at, because right now they're in a big pile of people. We still have 23 people alive right now.
Right.
There's a lot going on. Look what's happening. Oh, DuckyTheGamer, no. Get back in, Ducky. Keep crawling, Ducky. Come on, Ducky.
Ducky can actually do this.
Yeah, he can do it. Come on, Ducky.
The storm. No,
Ducky. He's so close.
Asterisk by himself.
Oh, my God.
And that was Rubyfied who ended up getting that elim, a star player who showed up really strong.
Here we go right now. Asterisk is caught in the Asterisk is now in the storm and caught in a, I guess looks like a 2v1 kind of situation right now. Use the, what was that, the pulse grenade to get out of there.
Grenade.
Oh, no.
That's
Nick Honda Cons? Who's Nick Honda Cons?
I don't know, but apparently we need to pay attention.
Oh, we got the John Wick skin coming in vintage right now.
Oh, you love to see it. Season 2, or Season 3 rather, coming out big.
This guy said, we got all these Season 1 players in, but don't forget about me. Oh, with the mobility, up on top of the house. Fighting the storm and also fighting. Oh, is he on somebody? Is that his teammate?
No, that's his teammate,
okay,
right?
they're both rocking the same skin, all right.
All our players on main stage have been eliminated.
It looks like they're coming from the very top right now, so like they're owning the airspace right now.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting spot to say the least. Got to laser these players dropping down, and keeping this ultimate high ground, though, is going to be very important. 40 shield off a player down low.
They have amazing supplies. Look at that, 469 wood, 200 bricks, 421 iron. So much materials to work with right now, and they're just constantly building, putting layers on layers on layers.
Exactly, the 5-layer burrito coming out up top, right? You love to see it.
With a little bit of cheese. Ooh. Oh, here we go, lining up a shot right now. No, never mind. Okay, still building up on the side. Zone's getting super tiny right now, and we still have 15 people alive in this. Like, how? This is less square footage than New York apartments.
Oh no,
like,
you think so?
Yeah, it's like
your hometown. What are you talking about?
I mean, listen, man, it's my hometown, but we have a pretty crazy square footage issue right now.
Is that right? Would you buy some of these buildings, man? Because I'm telling you, it's like an apartment complex.
This is prime real estate. They kind of just built an entire complex, like you just said.
Yep.
Right now, the kid is stuck in a fight. We have who is this? Wally.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but Brooke is out. We lost Brooke.
Yeah, we lost Brooke a little bit earlier. All our main stage players are gone, and Wally with 3 elims. Wally was a talented player yesterday, and clearly keeping up the momentum moving forward.
Right now, right now we're in a situation. Do they have rocket launchers? Oh, they have great items right now. They have good spread 492 bullets inside their assault rifle.
Yep.
And then they have, oh, look at that. Isn't that your favorite weapon right there?
Yeah, we got the, of course, the combat coming out.
Oh, here we go. Drop from Nano.
The new sniper that was introduced. Nano Light, another talented player. 5 elims to his name. Taking his time. 13 players remaining. That's a lot of elims he could get with points. Battle goes down, but Ice the player.
With the sneaky kill, just pulled out like, hey, what's going on? Pow!
Yeah, that was awesome shots, right? Getting those flick shots so important.
Under. Look at this strategy right now. As we have some people come from the top, we got people fighting from the bottom.
Tahi, right? Tahi is a very talented player, to say the least. And
oh my God, with the jaw.
This guy
again. Honda console coming through from the top.
Honda console.
Honda. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Wow, dude.
That's going to be a knock. Okay, good stuff. Forced to get the second.
I think they have this.
6 elims.
6 elims, 3 players left in the game. He's one of them. He's right in the dead center. I mean, but this kind of sets him up for a...
Oh, no! 4
Porings won!
Porings.
Good job, Porings.
I want to point out, by the way, Porings, 4 elims. Porings, also a very talented player yesterday, in the running for top 5 at one point.
He had 4 kills. He just placed first in the game right now. What's going to be the breakdown of his points? He has like what, like 300 or 400, something like that? No.
Well, so if you think of Victor Rowe, right, that's 120 points going to him. Plus you have the elims, which came down with, so we're looking at least 150 points.
150 points, right?
Probably a little bit more than that. We'll definitely get a score update for you relatively soon. But
this
that is a good way. I mean, 4 games, and you're already starting off with a Victor Rowe. I mean, you can't lose.
And also right now, we got some gameplay to show you right now, some replays from the match that were pretty amazing. Let's check it out right now. We got Breathe Loud coming in, who's pretty much like the super active player right now. And then we have Wrath showing some plays, building.
Yeah, Wrath was incredibly strong.
Ducky the Gamer, the people's champ right now. Everybody was cheering for him.
Yeah, that was a tough situation.
Is this the headshot? Here it is. Wait.
Boom, connected.
Butter, baby.
The bloody
beast went down. That was a clean. There was no fat on that.
No, none.
It was direct to the arteries.
None. Straight meat.
Then we got Melipastel right here, who's, she was one of the first people who got kills in our game on our onstage talent.
Yeah,
and then we have the heartbreaking moment of watching Ducky crawl. And this was everybody in the audience is like, no.
Yeah, I know.
No,
and by
Ducky.
Ruby fight of all players.
Of all, come on now. Then we have
Such a
Asterisk
vicious
right
player.
here.
And
Building.
then,
Look at these kills. They just and by Nick Honda. Like all these, like they're happening out of nowhere. Like no one's really prepared for them. You're not seeing them. Random headshots. Okay, here we go. That one shot from Nanolite. That rocket launcher. That was probably Poringus from earlier.
Poringus from earlier with the RPG. Exactly. 6 elims to his name, or 4 elims going.
And here we go.
Poringus.
Nick Honda thinking he's got it, chilling right now, and then
Ooh, boom, done so.
Perfectly
Gone.
placed, and he's out. The winning shot came from Poringus. That was an amazing game.
It was.